you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie, ooh, VVS. I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex. Shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfall.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Just a Couple Things, your new favorite podcast with your sister, Jessie Boo. Yes. Now make sure that you're not just only listening to Just a Couple Things. Make sure that you're watching it as well. Also, I need you to subscribe, please, so that you can get your notifications and you can make sure that you are on time every week for every episode. Okay? All right, now I'm giving you a couple seconds. Let me just give you a couple seconds to go ahead and do that. All right? Did you hit subscribe? Did you subscribe? Okay, good. All right, good. Yes. All right. So happy. You know what? I'm a day late, but apparently yesterday was Latina Day. I think it was. It's not Latina Heritage Month, but yesterday was Latina Day or something like that. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Wait. Now, wait. It was Latina Day yesterday. Shout out to my friends here at Here's Why Kevin, Here's Why News. He was like, girl, you Haitian, but you also Latino. That is always like a thing that is a big topic about Haitians being Latino. You know, technically we are the first Latinos. Technically, you know, we are the first Black Latino country, and we did the whole thing where 1804, we set ourselves free from France. But yesterday was Latino Day. Shout out to everybody who celebrate. Shout out to everybody who's Latino. Mi gente! You know who didn't have a good Latino Day yesterday? Jennifer Lopez. My God, how ghetto. You know what's crazy? Jennifer Lopez. Let's talk about J-Lo for a minute. You know, I guess we're just gonna jump in. I guess this will be our little Woo Child segment, okay? A little Woo Child. So Woo Child. Jennifer Lopez. Are y'all surprised that Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce from Ben Affleck? Clap your hands if you're surprised. Exactly. The studio is quiet. The home studio is quiet. Nobody's clapping. Nobody's surprised. I knew things were done, or I knew Ben Affleck was fed up when that little paparazzi video came out of him walking her to whatever car they was driving in. He opens the door for her. She goes in and he fucking slams that door so damn hard, and he pirouettes his way to the driver's side, and he just always looked so miserable next to her for the past 2 years. And I remember seeing them like spin the block, and everybody was so happy about them spinning the block. You know, and I just was like, y'all, this is J-Lo. One thing about J-Lo do not stay there for long. J-Lo not gonna stay there for long. If Marc Anthony could not keep J-Lo locked down, baby, nobody can do it, okay? If a Puerto Rican man cannot keep you locked down in a marriage, baby, nobody can. Okay? I used to date me a Puerto Rican. If you cannot succumb to a Puerto Rican man, there's just nobody for the job. There is nobody for the job. If Mr. Vivid Me Vida La 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 could not keep J-Lo locked up, sorry. There was no hope for the rest of humanity. I never had hope in this spin the blockage. I never had no hope in this spin the blockage. But here we are. She filed for divorce. And you know what makes it crazy? J-Lo spent so much money on that horrible ass documentary film that was a celebration of her and Ben Affleck getting together. I never even bothered to watch it. I remember Amazon Prime sent me an invite. Shout out to all my people over at Amazon Prime. I love y'all. But when I got that invite, I was like, baby, no thanks. No thanks. I do not need a J-Lo doc. Like, and before I go in on J-Lo, let me just say this. She's an icon, okay? Can't take that away from her. She is an icon. Yes, she did mini Valini her ass into being an icon, but she's still an icon. She's still talented. I've always liked her as an actress. I've always liked her as a dancer. You know, we do know she was getting her Ursula on. She's gotten her Ursula on a lot throughout the industry, you know, taking people's voices like Ashanti. You know, she was getting her, stealing people's voices like Ursula did Ariel down to the Under the Sea. She was getting her Ursula on. But she's still an icon, and we just really have to give that to her. But when it comes to the love department, J-Lo has not always made the best decisions. And again, if it wasn't for Marc Anthony, if Marc Anthony couldn't do it, I didn't see nobody else doing it. But let's talk about that Prime Video doc. Hold on, because let me just do a quick Google. J-Lo spent $20 million. $20 million, y'all. Remember when the film and the doc came out in February, and even in the doc that showed like behind the scenes of making the film, J-Lo was talking about all the people who didn't do the movie with her. One of those people was Lizzo. Mind you, Lizzo is fighting throat banana sandwich allegations. You would have thought she would have needed this moment. Like, bitch, for Lizzo to say she ain't doing it, I'm sorry. Girl, when J-Lo went to the studios and was like, listen, I want to make this doc. I want to make this movie that accompanies the doc, that celebrates me and Ben Affleck's love story. We get back together 20 years later. Was it 20 years? I think they have been apart 20 years. These motherfuckers done got remarried. People, they done had kids. Like, they've lived like 3 lives in between the years they were together. They get back together. She wants to do this doc, this movie. And when she went to the studios to get the funding, the studios was like, hell no, to the no, hell to the no. So she put up $20 million of her own money. $20 million of her own. $20 million. Can y'all count the $20 million? I can't even count to 1,000,000. Matter of fact, I can't even count to 1,000. Just keeping it a buck, okay? Bitch, $20 million. Do you know what type of miracles I could make happen with $20 million? So you spend $20 million of your own money to do this, and then you turn around and you file for divorce on the 2-year anniversary. 2-year anniversary of your remarriage. Like, that's crazy. And then I was reading TMZ. TMZ was saying that she didn't even use a lawyer, child. J-Lo got up in her bonnet, went straight down to the courthouse and said, divorce. Divorce. I'm done. I am done. We are done. Divorce. Period. One thing about J-Lo, she is not going to stay married if she's not happy. Another thing about J-Lo, is she ever happy? Because she never stays married. So we don't really know. I just know a marriage hates to see J-Lo coming. Like, I know a marriage hates to see J-Lo coming. But this does bring up the subject of, is spin the blockage a good thing? Is spin the blockage a good thing? We see, Ashanti, who is one of J-Lo's Ursula victims, okay? She was getting her with Ashanti. And we see Ashanti actually going back and getting back together with Nelly. Now, we've seen a couple things about Nelly recently, like in the news, some about him getting arrested the other day. But even before that, there were some instances with him on his tour bus. Like, that's happened before he spun the block with Ashanti. But it seems like with them, it's going very well. She's pregnant. She's always wanted to be a mother. She's always wanted to start a family. So in their case, it looks like it's working out well. Do y'all believe in spin the blockage? Do y'all? Like, let me know if y'all believe in spin the blockage. I personally do not. I've never spun the block. Like, I really have never spun the block ever. I don't know of one time when I've spun the block. I think that, let me think. Have I ever spun the block? I don't be doing too much spinning now. I don't like spinning. I don't like spinning. Have I ever spun the block? Nope. I have never spun the block. I've never spun the block. I always feel like once it's over, it is over. Like, and one thing about me, I will leave you for things that I think other people wouldn't. Like, I remember when I was in college, my boyfriend, he was a little Dominican, fine little Dominican. And we were together for almost 3 years. I thought he was cheating on me. And here's the reason why. Quick story. So I was in college at the time. He did not go to college. He was like 4 or 5 years older than me. He didn't go to college. Now, he was fine as hell. He worked a good, steady job at a warehouse. He was making good money for himself. But he was not smart, like, at all. Like, I'm talking about, like, for those of you guys who've been following me for a long time, you know Jessie's short for Jessica. How do you spell Jessica? Just take a moment and just spell Jessica to yourself. It's a very easy name. It's a name that you'll see all over the place. Like, you know, the only variation, I mean, I've seen several variations of it, especially when it comes to the Latinos. One thing about Hispanics, they never call me Jessica. It's always going to be Jessica. I don't know what the hell going on in the Spanish community. Spanish people just are allergic to the letter J. They are going to say yeah. Instead of Je, they're going to say yeah. Jessica. Okay, so I was always used to his mama calling me Jessica too. Jessica. Jessica, comer. But he knew my name was Jessica. Like, Jessica. Like, we were together for a while. I remember 1 year in being in a relationship with him, he took me to an event at his job. And it was a big event. They had name tags for everybody. So, you know, we go down, we have to find our names or whatever. I see his name. Then I see a name next to his, and I'm like, I know good and damn well this motherfucker did not spell my name with a Y and a K. Like, I just know that. Like, I know that. You know, by this time, we had been together for a year. Now, I did take my time, you know, riding his bicycle. But, baby, I've been riding your bicycle for at least the last 9 months. You mean to tell me I've been riding your bicycle very steadily, and you ain't know how to spell my name? For these people, JESSICA, you didn't know how to write that down? Cool. I give him a pass on that. Second year, we go back to the same event. This motherfucker still had my name spelled wrong. Like, this time, it was literally one S, and it was still a K. Like, I couldn't believe it. That's when I knew. I was like, all right, something is wrong here. This man, something is wrong. So all of a sudden, he started taking classes to improve his reading and writing. Now, you know, on one hand, I was like, yup, yeah, you need to do that because you grown as fuck and you cannot spell Jessica. You need to be doing that. Go take a little reading class. Go take a little writing class. But one thing about me, while he was taking that little reading class, I was reading in between the lines. You might can read, but I can read in between the lines, okay? And so I'm asking him about what he's learning in the class, and it just wasn't adding up. The math wasn't mathing. There were still some conversations I would have with him. I'm like, well, this motherfucker taking a reading class or writing class, you should be able to, you know, understand what the fuck going on when we having certain discussions. So I was like, nah, something ain't right. Then one day, we went on a date, and he was musty. Now, I know that seems to be not a big deal, but to me it was, because number one, he was never musty. One thing about Caribbean men, they are very meticulous about, you know, how they get down as far as hygiene. He was Dominican, Caribbean, Latino, okay? They're very meticulous about that. He always smelled good, but all of a sudden this man was musty as hell. Like, I was like, nah, he might not be spraying cologne for me, but he's spraying that cologne for somebody else. I broke up with his ass. I broke up with him because he was musty. And because I was still holding on to the fact that for 2 years in a row, this motherfucker could not spell my name down to his job, okay? So I break up with him. Lo and behold, like, I want to say like 4 months later, he moved in with somebody. Boom. I was right. I didn't have the proof. I didn't have all the ingredients, but I could taste the recipe. You get what I'm saying? So for me, afterwards, we break up, I move on. And I move on to a Haitian man. That's a whole other podcast for a whole other time. But when he saw me move on, he tried to spin the block with me. And I was like, no, like, I'm not spinning the block. Because, like, one thing about me, my no's are no. Like, so I just felt like once I say no, once I let you go, that's it. Like, we're not spinning the block. But there's a lot of people who do believe in second chances. I just so happen to not believe that when it comes to relationships. Maybe if you're somebody that I went on a couple dates with and something happened that got lost in translation or something, okay, cool. We could revisit things. But me leaving a relationship and going back to that relationship, that's a hell nah. No, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. So let me know what y'all thoughts are. I just don't feel like spinning the block is a good thing. What else is happening in pop news this week? The DNC happened. Shout out to Michelle Obama. Oh my God. She killed the DNC. Oh my God. Did y'all see her speech? Murked it. She murked that. Somebody needs to tell Trump that, the position he's currently seeking might be one of those little black jobs he be talking about. Dragged him. Oh my God. Dragged him. Then you got Obama coming out talking about, he's so obsessed with crowd sizes. Oh my God. Like, what's going on? One thing about Barack and Michelle, they gonna come in, they gonna uppercut your ass, they gonna alley hoop your ass. And I'm so glad that Michelle is no longer in her when they go high, when they go low, we go high era. Michelle Obama is no longer in her when they go low, we go high era. Because she went to hell last night at the DNC. Period. Go to hell. Go to hell, girl. Yes. I loved it. Pa-da-pa-pa-pa. I loved it. What else has been going on this week? It's a lot going on. It's so much going on. You know what? The Love Island reunion happened. Love is Blind just concluded. Oh my God. Have y'all been watching Love is Blind? UK, way better than USA. I think those people are way, way more prepared for love. That's a whole other podcast too. Let me know if y'all want me to talk about that too, but that's a whole other podcast in itself. That's good. What else happened this week too? So much has happened. But you know what I think has the internet in a chokehold right now? The Love Island reunion. There's so many things to talk about when it comes to the Love Island reunion, and I think we should just talk about that, period. Which I think. Right? Okay, cool. Let's just go ahead and talk about it. Love Island reunion. What are y'all thoughts about it? Were y'all satisfied? I was not. I was not. That was a waste of my time. That could have been an email. It could have been a text message. It could have been a voice note. Y'all totally wasted my damn time. How dare you? The Peacock people had Ariana in the middle of Times Square talking about, we're going to do our big one. And then gave us that motherfucking underwhelming ass shit. What was that? That reunion was underwhelming as hell. Overhyped just to give us an underwhelming reunion. And I'm talking about, this was the Super Bowl. It was supposed to be the Super Bowl of reunions. Like the way Love Island had everybody in a chokehold this summer. I don't know anybody who did not watch Love Island this year. Like even if it wasn't the full season, everybody knows about Love Island. Everybody. And it's crazy. Usually I'm a UK girly. Like I feel like USA just wasn't doing it for me. So I actually started watching UK again, but everybody was like, nah, Love Island USA, Love Island. So I stopped watching UK just to watch Love Island USA. Hold on. Side note. I don't know what's in the water in the UK. I don't know what the girlies are doing, but the UK girlies be like 22 looking like they about to be 50. I don't know what's happening. Like, y'all need to relax with the lip fillers. Like, and I'm here for doing whatever. My body, my choice. But sister, if you are 21 and you look like you are on your third, I don't know, divorce. Like, these girls look so old. When they were showing their ages as they were coming out, I'm like, hell no, there's no way. There's no way. Like, I just turned 69 this year. Do you not see how young I look? Like, there's no way y'all are coming on Love Island UK 22 looking like you about to be 60. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. So whatever y'all over there doing, casting people, please, when y'all are casting, make sure these people look their ages, because it's crazy how these girls look. Like I saw plastic surgeons take to their TikTok videos and go viral for guessing these women's age, and then coming to, letting us know all the work that they had. Like this generation coming up right now, you know what? It's the Kylie Jenner generation. So I get it, but wow, y'all do not look good. Anyway, let's go to Love Island USA. Waste of my time. Waste of my time. Pizza Hut got more screen time than Cordell, Miguel, Hakeem, Connor, Coy. Like Pizza Hut got more screen time than most of the Islanders did. Mind you, the pizza look cold. And side note, I love Pizza Hut. Okay, if you ever want to give me a little ad, give me a little, make it hot. Okay, but why were the brands getting so much more time? Coffee Mate, Maybelline, like the brands got so much time, and I wouldn't mind it if the Islanders got more time, right? Like branded, I get it. Like so many brands wanted to be part of this, but it took away from the actual reunion. Like nothing got resolved at this reunion. Nothing. How do y'all think everybody looked? I feel like everybody looked good. Kayla ate. Ariana always looks good. Kayla ate. I did see a couple pictures showing her tracks. You know, Black women are always known for oh my God, your wig this, your wig that. We always forget non-Black women do be wearing weave too, okay? And sometimes y'all tracks do be showing. And Kayla's tracks was showing, but she did look cute. And shout out to her for finally standing up. Oh my God. I'm so happy I didn't have to hear, Aaron, fuck! Aaron, fuck! Oh my God, I'm so happy I did not have to hear that shit. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Kayla for standing up. Finally. Aaron, fuck! Aaron, fuck! Oh my God. Like, that girl spent the entire summer crying. Then you get to the reunion. Aaron had the entire summer. Aaron had a month afterwards to tell Kayla that he had his hands down Daniela's pants, but he waits till reunion. I couldn't believe it. You know, I did have my hands down Daniela's pants. Why are we waiting to the reunion to shed light on this? Mind you, Kayla reveals they've spent time together the whole time they was in New York before the reunion. So why not tell her that? Why wait till reunion? Because you knew you was about to get exposed. So you wanted to expose yourself before they exposed you. Why wait till reunion to do that? Why? Like Aaron was on demon time this summer. What the hell? You know who I feel was also on demon time but didn't get dragged the way they should have got dragged? Rob. Like, Rob, to me, knew how to play this. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I'm just not good at this love thing. I'm just not good at it. You know, I just don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know. I'm never going to find love. Like, he knew how to play that role so good to the point where people didn't want to go in on him. And I'm like, no, go in on Rob's ass. We didn't really get to talk about how Rob talked so much shit about Leah not being sexually attractive to him. Meanwhile, mind you, every night he had his hands all over her, kissing all over her body, like doing all, all the things under the sheets, but then outside the sheets telling people that she's not sexually attractive. That to me was really disgusting. And then there was not enough time spent on him putting on that show when it came to Andrea. Like, yes, the girlies dumped Andrea from the island, but we're not going to talk about the fact that this man was, and this is what you guys do when I finally find love. I finally make a connection. You know what? I'm out of here. I'm out. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm fucking leaving the island. I'm gone. And he doesn't leave the island. This man was crocodile tearing, crying, getting his my heart will go on, just for him not to leave the island. We didn't talk enough about that. We focused way too much on the girlies versus Andrea, and I'm going to get to that. But we didn't talk about that enough. We didn't talk about the fact that after Andrea, him and Aaron go into Casa and they tag team Daniela. Like, he literally backdoored Daniela with Aaron's blessing. When Aaron realized that he couldn't have sex with Daniela, because remember, there was even a moment where, he was kissing all up on Daniela. And listen, the whole Daniela thing to me was so weird. Immediately, not even a day in, he's kissing all up on Daniela. He Piki Pani. Shout out to my Latinos. He was in that Piki Pani, okay? Getting his mi gente on. Speaking all type of Spanish words I ain't never heard, okay? Mind you, I'm from Miami, all right? I know how to get my voyage ready. You know what I'm saying? I know how to get my vivid mi vida. I know how to get my vivid mi vida on. He was saying all types of Spanish words I ain't never heard to Daniela. He would Piki Pani, okay? He was trying to picky her pussy. All right? Can we keep it 100? He was trying to picky her pussy under the sheets, in between the sheets, okay? Trying to get his in between the sheets on. Then there was one moment where he was like, I want to cuddle with you. I want to cuddle with you. I want to cuddle more with you. Mind you, she had already told the girls the first night they spent together, she was saying how Aaron was touching all types of body parts, kissing up all over her body, but he wanted more. We all know what he wanted, right? So he's like, I want to cuddle with you. I want to cuddle more. I think I should get in the bed, keep my pants on. And she's like, yeah, of course, keep your pants on. Like, what are we talking about? This man wanted to have sex with her. And when he realized he couldn't have sex with her, it was, you know what? Kaylor. I remember Kaylor now. Kaylor, the love of my life. I remember Kaylor now. I have to go back to Kaylor. And so then he goes to Rob. Oh, well, I think you should talk to Daniela. Daniela, I think you should talk to Rob. He convinces Rob to get with Daniela and bring her back to the villa. Like, crazy. Rob goes along with it, and he's all over Daniela immediately. Now, Daniela, you was dead ass wrong too. Oh, I always wanted Rob at first. Girl, no, you didn't. No, you did not. No, you did not. Okay. And even if you did, girl, then that makes you extra crazy, because what the fuck were you doing with Aaron all them days? So no. But Aaron convinces Rob to bring Daniela back to the villa. Then he's all up on her like white on rice. And it's clear that he stops fucking with her because she wouldn't let him hunch. So then he moves on to Cassie. And Cassie lets him hunch immediately. And that finishes out his Latina woman fetish. I'm sorry. Can we call a thing a thing? Can we call a thing during Latina Black Women's Heritage Month? Okay? Like, he had a Latina women's fetish. Please look at the track record. Every girl that he tried to hunch on was Latina. And the way he moved with them was so crazy. We didn't talk about that a lot. We didn't talk about that at all during reunion. And I want to know why. Why didn't we talk to Miguel? Miguel and Leah were the runners up. We didn't really talk about them. Yes, we asked if they made it official. Miguel did let us know he made it official with her, but that was it. We didn't talk about them. We didn't talk to them at all outside of that. Serena and Cordell, the winners. Where was their montage exclusively dedicated to their win? Why didn't we focus on the winners? What was the point? We didn't do no celebration for them. Shout out to Cheez-Its for celebrating them, for celebrating Cordell. Shout out to Pattern Beauty for celebrating Cordell. Shout out to Sacred Beyonce for celebrating Cordell, for celebrating Serena. Shout out to Issa Rae. Issa Rae even celebrates Serena. Like, I don't feel that the Love Island people did a good job at celebrating the winners. Like, where was their moment? They just got asked like 2 or 3 questions. All right, moving along. What? No, they actually won. Let's talk about the fire pit scene. Raise your hand if you didn't give a flying fuck about what happened at the fire pit. Like, please, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're sure. I'm sure I did not give a flying damn about the damn fire pit scene. Like, nobody cared. I promise you, we did not care about Andrea being dumped from the island. We did not care. Nobody cared. I could understand 1 or 2 questions about it, moving along. But to dedicate 10 minutes to BTS from the fire pit scene was crazy. It was horrible management of time. Insane. I've never seen such mismanagement of time at a reunion before. That will go down in history as one of the biggest fails of a dating show's reunion episode. Horrible. We don't care. And to be honest, the BTS scene did not change my opinion when it came to Liz and Leah. Whether Leah said she took a back seat or whether she said she tried to take a back seat, when you look at the footage, Leah had a full dissertation for why Andrea should be dumped from the island. Period. So Liz was not lying when she said no. She equally contributed to the discussion. Was Liz the driver of the discussion? Yes, she never denied that. But the thing was, did Leah take a back seat? Taking a back seat means you don't have no input or you hardly have input. Leah had a full dissertation for why Andrea should have been dumped. And actually, it surprised me what the dissertation was. I thought it was just going to be, none of us are friends with her. We're not going to dump Janae. Duh. PPG on top. Hello. We're not dumping Janae. PPG on top. Period. And also, Andrea was a mean girl. Like, when she had that whole moment where she's like, people are coming at me for being a mean girl. Girl, all the girls literally gave examples of you saying mean things to them, to several of them. So, in their opinion, you were a mean girl to them, but whatever. Listen, I'm here for the entertainment. I don't care. But Leah broke it down. She was like, listen, Andrea has talked about the money, about, funding this, funding that. I don't think she's really here to find love. We're all here trying to find love. She had a full dissertation for why the girl should be dumped. So she wasn't in nobody's backseat. She was definitely a passenger, period. So I don't think the BTS proved anything. It didn't make me side with anybody more or less than what I had already sided with. What do y'all think? It didn't do nothing for me. It proved nothing. We wanted to see the BTS of Serena's speech. We wanted to see more of, you made your bed, now hump in it. We wanted to see, you wasn't thinking about that when you was riding, when you was humping. That's what we wanted to see. That scene with Serena telling Cordell off was iconic. We wanted to see more of that. Period. We did not care about Andrea's dumping. Janae bringing her book of receipts was iconic. But to be honest, I didn't really care for her telling Andrea, keep Leah's name out your mouth. Girl, what in the Will Smith? Keep Leah's name out your motherfucking mouth. Girl, the spirit of Will Smith just jumped into Janae child. Iconic though. But I would have rather see her have that energy for Connor. Connor was disgustingly mean to her. Disgustingly mean to her. And then we find out that Connor is black. Which made his actions toward her kind of microaggressive, if you think about it. Connor got black in him. What the hell's going on? There's so many layers to this. I wanted to see her have that energy for Connor, because Connor, not only was he mean to her, but he used Leah to do it. Like, he used him connecting with Leah, one of her best friends in the house, to do it. And not once do we ever really see Leah stand up for Janae's honor in that situation, which is why, yes, while it's iconic, yeah, keep Leah's name out your mouth, I really wanted to see Leah have that for Connor in Janae's honor. Let me know what you think about that. I just feel like, come on now, like, it can't always be Serena and Janae standing up for fighting for Leah's honor. I wanted to kind of see that from Leah as well. Okay. What else? The reunion, child, you had Nigel sitting in the back for what? I saw a TikTok with Daya where she was saying that segment that we saw where her and Serena talked, that came as a result of her asking to speak. And I saw people in the comments like, we didn't want to hear you speak. Well, y'all, she was on the show. Like, why are we flying people out, having them get their hair did, makeup did, everything did to come sit on this couch for no reason at all? Like, what is the point? Why fly people out and they don't get no? Hakeem to me had a good moment, a good significant moment in that house. We didn't get nothing about Hakeem. We didn't get his side on, why he reacted the way he did when some of the situations that he went through occurred. What was the point of having these people come to this reunion if we're not going to talk to them? What was the point? Way too much time spent on branding, the fire pit scene, and just a bunch of nothing. It was just like a big old nothing burger to me. Pointless. A pointless ass reunion. Speaking of pointless, let's get to the down and gritty, the nitty gritty of it all, right? Because, baby, this is really the woo child moment of the reunion, is Kendall and Nicole. Is it me, or that conversation just was not meant for television? Was not meant for television. That conversation was not meant for television. There's just so many layers to the Kendall and Nicole thing. But I'll start here. Is it only me that thinks Nicole never wanted Kendall? Raise your hand. I know I'm not the only one. I don't think Nicole ever really wanted Kendall. I think Kendall was a safe cushion. Kendall was a safe cushion. Can we just be honest? Kendall was a safe cushion. I never really saw anybody really going for Kendall because they really, really wanted to be with him. And Nicole, to me, her decision to couple up or to stay coupled up with Kendall came as a result of Miguel just not being a safe choice. Another reason why I feel like we should have heard from Miguel more, like Miguel, the way he ran through all the girlies before he got to Leah, we did not talk about that at all. You know what I'm saying? Then we learned that him and Leah are boyfriend and girlfriend, and baby, I do not see that lasting. And I'm not rooting up against it, but I don't see that lasting because, number one, they're in two different countries. Number two, Miguel doesn't give me that he's really ready to settle down and have a girlfriend for real, for real. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I don't see that lasting. But I think once Nicole saw Miguel was not a safe choice, she was like, let me stay over here. Because Kendall, he's a very loyal guy. Kendall was very loyal to whoever he was with. He was loyal to Hannah. Then Nicole came about. Boom. He stayed loyal to her the entire time. He had her. But I don't think that Kendall was really what Nicole wanted, to be honest. That's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. Now let's talk about what happened to them on the reunion, right? So Nicole was in tears because she was upset that Kendall, as far as she's concerned, Kendall let the world think that she just left them high and dry. She left them high and dry, post everything that happened. Now, for a lot of people still don't know what happened with Kendall, okay? There is a video of Kendall in a hotel room, in a robe. He's naked. He gets on top of a bed. He turns around. He spreads his booty cheeks. Okay? He spreads eagle. And then he dismounts the bed and then he cuts the camera off, right? Now, as Kendall was leaving Love Island, this video pops up on the internet, right? And so it is very clear. Like, it is very clear. And I hope some of y'all don't get offended by what I'm about to say, because I am gonna make a little light of it, because I just like to have fun, but I'm not making light of the fact that this man suffered from revenge porn, period. Like, that was revenge. Whoever put that into the internet wanted to attack that man's sexuality, period. Can we all just agree on that? Because this man is on Love Island. He's coupled up with a woman. And out of nowhere, we got Kendall spreading his wings out of nowhere. That was sent to attack that man's sexuality. Point blank, period. Okay? So the video drops, and obviously the internet goes crazy. It goes viral. Nicole catches wind of it. I guess from what I can surmise, Kendall was not forthcoming with, hey, there's this video. This is the real nature of the video. Basically, he tells Nicole when she catches wind of the video, oh, this is a video I sent to an ex-girlfriend. Nah, Kendall. Now, hold on now. Now, I was born at night. I wasn't born yesterday night. Okay, now, let's just be for real. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, okay? Because now I done had enough relations to know that a man sending his girlfriend a video of him spreading his wings, that's not a typical event that happens in that type of relationship. Now, follow me now. That's not the typical thing that happens between a heterosexual man and a heterosexual woman, okay? Can we just agree on that? That's not the typical thing. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that's not the typical thing, okay? And so because that's not the typical thing, and when he tells Nicole, oh, it's to my ex, Nicole is pissed because she feels that he's not being honest. He's not being honest. Then when you look online, allegedly, that video was sent on Grindr. Okay? On Grindr, a lot of the men's on Grindr, they do spread their wings on Grindr. Let's just be honest, all right? Now on Grindr, the spreading of wings happens a lot on Grindr. Okay? So then he says, oh, I sent it to somebody on a dating app. Nah, He wasn't forthcoming. He wasn't honest as far as she's concerned, okay? Now, here's the thing. When you watch the reunion, all the cast members, they jump in and they defend Kendall and they say, listen, like, he did not know how to handle that. So yes, he lied to you, but while he lied to you, he was contacting all of us and he was asking us, how do I deal with this? I've never had this happen. I don't know what to do. I just done came out of Love Island. I'm on cloud 9 and boom, my booty hole's on the internet. Like, what do I do? And so at the center of it all, we have to remember this man is a victim of revenge porn, period. Like, but also I think that a lot of people kind of do miss the point of why Nicole is upset. But even me watching the reunion, I'm like, girl, you're censoring yourself way too much. And not only do you censor yourself way too much, you rushed to tell the story before Kendall could tell the story. And that's another thing. It's like, we really have to be demure and mindful when it comes to things like this. when it comes to people's sexuality, we have to be mindful. We have to be demure. We have to be cutesy. And another thing, while y'all are learning the word demure, please learn the word decorum. We have to have decorum. We have to have decorum. We have to let people tell their own stories. And that's why I feel like that conversation was not for that reunion. And to be honest, it should have never been aired. Because now Nicole is catching a whole lot of hate. And while I get it, because she did center herself a lot, I feel that there are a lot of Nicoles out there. Can we be honest? I live in Atlanta. There are a lot of Nicoles here. Mind you, you know what? Just not Atlanta, period. In today's day and age, there are a lot of Nicoles. There are a lot of people who don't understand, who want to know the truth about who they're being with. So, for instance, it's not just about your sexuality. For me, it's like, I want to know that when you tell me you work at such and such, that's where you work. If you tell me you are a financial advisor, please don't be a scammer. Please don't be out here scamming people. Please don't be out here running a multi-level scamming scheme. Let me know the truth. Tell me the truth. Let me make the decision for myself. Because nowadays, too, you have so many phobias and people are being accused of being phobic, this, phobic, that. And while there is truth to that, I think at the center, we can all agree everybody wants to know the truth when it comes to their partner. Okay? At the same time, a lot of people don't understand bisexuality. You can be bisexuality. You can be bisexuality. You can be bisexual and still be monogamous. A lot of people don't know that. You can be bisexual. You can be attracted to both sexes and still decide, I am going to be monogamous. Because as long as you're monogamous, what does it matter? If you're in a monogamous relationship, what does you being bisexual matter? If I'm a heterosexual, but I'm not monogamous, that's more harmful to my partner than me being bisexual and being monogamous. Let's just be real, right? And so there's so many nuances to this conversation. And I feel like that subject matter should have never been handled. If y'all was not going to air other conversations, if y'all were going to keep other people on mute when it came to this reunion, y'all should have kept Nicole and Kendall on mute too. Because that conversation was not handled well for the both of them. It was not. But especially when it comes to Kendall, he is a victim of revenge porn. But I loved what Serena said too. This is why Serena will reign supreme, because she's not a bandwagoner. She said, I have left my man for less. If you lie to me, I will leave you. Point blank, period. Queen. I just told y'all how I broke up with Mr. Dominican, the Mr. Dominican Republic, because he couldn't spell my name. And he was musty. Period. I will leave you. You musty, we breaking up. You don't know how to spell Jessica? I'm leaving you. Period. Like, that is valid. It is a valid reason to leave somebody if they are not honest with you. Because if you are not honest with me about this, what else are you not honest about? Now I'm always going to have to be searching for the truth. What is the truth? I don't got time to be getting my Carmen Sandiego on every time you tell me something. Hell to the no. I don't got time for that. So I think that is a valid point as well. And I wish like the cast members would have kind of gave her more grace with that. Because I do feel that unfortunately, with shows like this, when the audience sees everybody kind of gang up on somebody, then they feel obliged to go gang up on that person on their socials. And that brings me to another thing too. I was happy when they talked about just being kind and not harassing people on socials. Did y'all listen to that? Absolutely not. You go under Kendall's IG, you go under Nicole's IG, you go under Andrea's Instagram, Daya, like you go under all those girls' Instagrams and even Aaron. The things people are saying in their comments, like y'all the parasocial relationships that y'all have with people, like, and some of y'all will say, but Jessie, you be talking about celebrities all the time. You talk about dating shows all the time. You talk about, yeah, I do it on my channel. And now I'm doing it on my podcast. Su podcast. Boundaries. You're not finna catch me underneath Aaron's comment section talking about cheetah. I'm not finna do that. You're not finna catch me under nobody's IG. They could never make me like you. I'm not about to do that. That's crazy. I'll make my comments right here. Okay? I'm not gonna tag them in nothing. And please don't tag them in my stuff either. Because sometimes when I do commentary, y'all be doing that shit too. Please don't tag these people. I don't got the time to be going back and forth with these people, and I'm not going to. I make my comment in my section of the internet. I'm not going to go bombard these people, go in their DMs and say this. For what? For what? That is very, it's not a good experience, y'all. It's not healthy to do that. These people are real people. Now, make no mistake, you might not like what they did on a show. You can make your tweet, make your commentary, but don't be going to their DMs, their comments for what? For what? Do you know what effect that has on people? Please, don't do that. Don't do that. And shout out for Leah for saying that too. Like saying, yo, I don't want y'all harassing Andrea. I don't want y'all harassing Rob. Like, leave them alone. And y'all still are harassing these people. I couldn't believe it. Y'all still harassing these people. Like, it's really unhealthy. But anyway, the Kendall and Nicole conversation, to me, that was not, like, it was not for television at all. I think that conversation was way too nuanced. It's too many things. It's too many layers to that conversation for y'all to have aired that. And let's be honest too. Like I said, that video not only attacked Kendall's sexuality, but whoever posted that video, they outed him. Like, they wanted to out him. They wanted to out him. That's dangerous. Like, when people do things, like, people delete themselves for things like this, y'all. Like, all jokes aside, people delete themselves for that. Okay? Like, please. It's really a horrible thing that he went through. And I really wish that was more so the conversation. If we were going to talk about that, let that be the conversation and leave Nicole out of it. Period. Just leave her out of it. Period. Nicole and both Kendall released statements, child. Hold on. Let me do my research, child. Here goes Nicole in her Insta stories. She posted first. She said, on August 18th, which was 3 days ago. So this is like after reunion. Kendall and I agreed our relationship was worth working on, and we were making plans for me to visit him in Dallas soon. However, today on August 20th, yesterday, not on the day J-Lo filed for divorce from Ben Affleck. Latina Day what was going on Latina Day, child? He called, however, today, August 20th, he called and ended things. While I understand and respect his decision, it's hard to process this one. I opened up to him in the villa and still love and care for him now. I'm struggling mentally, and all I ask for is privacy during this time. Let me go to Kendall's. Kendall posted an hour later. I have decided to end things with Nicole. It reached a point where it was not healthy for us to continue the relationship. I still love and care for Nicole. I've never developed such strong feelings for a woman in my life. I have no regrets for the connection I made with her in the villa, and it was real. She does not deserve any hate. Please stop with the negative comments, DMs. We're taking this time to focus on our mental health. Thank you, guys. Y'all wasn't together, okay? Let's just start there. Because one thing Nicole did say was, you let the world think that I wasn't there for you and I left you hanging. And Kendall was like, girl, I've been calling you, texting you. You wouldn't answer my calls. You wouldn't answer my texts. So if for a month somebody's reaching out to you, do you think y'all still together? If I spend a month reaching out to you and you don't, baby, we is not together. We're not together no more. Now, did Kendall handle things the right way? Absolutely not. Not to me. I think he was good. He was right for reaching out to her. She never denied that he did reach out to her several times. She ignored it though. But I don't know. I wouldn't be doing TikTok dances if my booty hole was on the internet like that. I'm sorry. Somebody lead my booty hole to the internet, baby. I'm going down to the chapel. I'm lighting up some candles. Whoever did that shit, I'm lighting a candle in your honor. Okay? And those of y'all who know, when I say I'm lighting up a candle, baby, I'm lighting up a candle for your ass. I'm not going to be doing TikTok challenges and you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be tearing the club up. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not going to be jumping from podcast to podcast, having a good old time. No, my booty hole is on the internet. Absolutely not. So I don't think that he handled it the best way either. But at the same time, let's keep in mind, multiple things can be true at the same time. He is a victim of revenge porn, period. So y'all, those are my thoughts on the Love Island reunion. I think it was a total waste of my time. Don't ever do that again. Peacock people, do not ever do that again. Do not ever do that again. This reunion had the material to be the Super Bowl of reunions. The material was there. The internet was locked in. Humanity is locked in. Everybody's watching. Love Island broke so many records. Love Island USA broke so many viewership records this year. Y'all had too much material, not only from the show, but from the viewers, tweeting, commenting, letting you know what they wanted to see. And y'all failed miserably, okay? Now, I am available for hire for next season, okay? And I ain't got to be the host of nothing. You know, if you need somebody to consult with, you know what I'm saying? Consult with. If you need somebody to host backstage access, I'm available. Okay, call my people. Have your people call my people. I'm available. Peacock people. Peacock. I've always loved peacocks. I have always loved peacocks. I'm available. Please hire me. Okay. Thank you very much. But yeah, y'all, those are my thoughts on the reunion. I'm looking forward to seeing if Love is Blind UK is going to get a reunion. They need a reunion too. This season was crazy. It's kind of crazy how Love Island USA is better than UK now. And now Love is Blind UK is better than the US. I love the shift. I'm loving it. Pa-da-pa-pa-pa. Pa-da-pa-pa-pa. I'm loving it. All right, y'all. Well, that's it for this episode of Just a Couple Things, child. Those are my thoughts. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you drop down the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. Make sure you leave me a comment also on wherever you are subscribed to this podcast, whatever platform you're on. Leave a review, leave a comment. I am so excited to be on this journey with y'all and this podcast. Okay? So make sure that you subscribe so you can make sure that you tune in to the next episode. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.
Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie, VBS. I just turn the